Hi, so today at Z-Rock, I worked on this entire perimeter that we have not touched in a very long time. So these flowers were growing way over onto the sidewalk. So I went through the entire thing and cut it back just to make it look a whole lot nicer. Anything that was in these beds, I pulled out that were weeds, leaves, debris, anything that didn't belong, I pulled out. And I did that all the way down. Like these guys over here, there were a lot of like dead crusty leaves in there that I pulled out. Same over here. And then along with anything that was spent, I went ahead and just cut down to the ground. So there were like a few, maybe like right here there was a spent. I think it was one of these flowers that I just cut down. And then I did that through like the entire thing. So cleaned up the ferns and pulled weeds, got all the leaves out. These flowers especially were growing like onto this wall that I cut back quite a bit. So like these right here were on top of the wall. I cut those back. I did talk to Steve. So he is wanting some of these bigger guys. So probably this one. And this one. And maybe just like a few more like tangled into these flowers to be transplanted. So he wants us to take some of these out. Not all of them. There's just some of them next visit. And transplant them to the front little bed that I will show in the video after I show everything else that I did today. So that is something that I have to do, that we have to do next visit. Yeah, so cut back these flowers over here. These were like all tangled into this, so I cut that back quite a bit. Did that all the way down. A lot of these were just spent, so I did my best to clean them up. Had to cut back some, or cut down some of them, but I did leave most of them. So like these tiny ones, I just cleaned up. And then over here, I worked on the 3 beds that Steve always wants us to work on. So in this bed, I just cut back all the flowers. I went through the entire bed and pulled out any visible shrub oak. So I did that all the way around. Over here, there was just a lot of like grasses that grew from last visit and shrub oak. So I did the same thing. I just cut back the flowers. I went through this whole center bed and just fluffed up the soil and got all the leaves out that were in there. And this bed over here, pretty much the same thing, just fluffed up the soil and took out weeds and shrub oak. Got inside of every single one of these flowers and pulled out leaves and grasses, anything that didn't belong. Pulled out all the like spent flowers and crusties. So did that all the way around. And then something that Steve has been talking about every single visit that I was finally able to get to is this 3rd island. And next time we're here, we will need to spend more time here because this island was bad. All through this bed right here, it was just full of grasses, full of weeds, full of stuff that did not belong. So I cut back everything around the edge, and then I got in here and I pulled anything that didn't belong. Like, there's still a few things that could be pulled out for next visit, so we'll look at that next time. And then I did the same thing over in this area, except I did not cut it back. So next time we could cut it back a little bit. But yeah, I did pull out a lot of weeds and long grasses, and I did that all the way to like right here. And Steve seems like this bed is very important. So next time, and I pulled out a bunch of grasses that were right here as well. But next time we need to pull out all of these grasses. He does not want these grasses. These grasses need to go. And then over in this area that I was not able to get to is just full of shrub oak. So we can really focus on getting the shrub oak out in this little triangle right here. Another thing for next time, we could go through these two other island beds, and there's just like a few little things that we could pull out and like cut back the ivy off of the edge. We could definitely do that next time as well. Same over here. Just work on getting the shrub oak out. Oh yeah, now that I'm looking at it, the shrub oak's pretty bad. So yeah, next time we're here, these three island beds and transplant. And then besides that, I leaf blowed their entire property. And yeah, that's about it. All right. Bye.